and welcome back to the channel today. Well, today we are down in the shop and I'm going to share with you a product that I'm very, very excited about. Now, it's a thermal imaging camera, and I've shown you thermal imaging cameras in the past, I know, and the ones that I've shown you in the past, they have been good. But I'm very excited to show you this one. I've been playing with this for a couple of days. This one, it's next level. Okay, this has got a lot of features, and we'll go through all the features. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what I've played with thus far. First of all, it's very, very sensitive. It's very calibrated. It's high definition. It gives you the ability to blend the visual light with the IR, so you get a crisper picture. You can actually see what's going on and what it is that you're looking at when you're looking at the heat map. It's not just a bunch of colors. It's the colors, but they're kind of intertwined with your image. You'll be amazed. It's really, really good. It's also got a light so that you can actually turn a light on when you're, I guess, using your heat gun in the dark. And it's also got a laser, so you know exactly what it is you're pointing at and exactly what area that you are getting your reading from. So this is very, very nice. Now, with all products that I review, the first thing I like to do is look at the packaging, and this does not disappoint. So look at the box. How did they package this thing? And I'm going to tell you, they did a great job. This has got like one of those magnetic closures. It's got a nice tactile feel to it, kind of like an Apple product. If you've ever opened up an iPhone box or an iPad or a MacBook, it's got that same feeling to it. Very, very soft cardboard. I wish I knew how they did this. I love it. But there you go, and there you have it. This is a thermal imaging camera by Kaiweets or Kaiweets. The model number on this is the KTI-W02. That's the KTI-WO2. So if you are looking for it, you can find it. I will have a link below in the description. But let's get into this thing and see exactly what they have. We're going to go ahead and open it up. And the first thing that you get is a black envelope. Now let's take a look at that before we get into the device itself and see what it is that we're going to see. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I've already been through this because I've been playing with this for a couple of days so that I can understand the features. And let me tell you, it's got some features. But they've got, go ahead and take this out. We've got a calibration sheet showing that it has been calibrated at the factory. We've got a user's manual in many different languages. And we've got a little marketing brochure that gives you all of the specs of this device on the back. A lot of good information in here. Make sure you have a look at that. Now, well, and you know what? Before we move on, let's just go into the user's manual really quick. I want to tell you some of the features that they have in here, and then we're going to get into the gun and we'll look at those features. But there's some very interesting information in here that I've not seen with any of my other thermal imaging cameras that have been shipped to me. So let's have a look. Okay, so the first thing you're going to see are just an overview of the features. It's going to give you a diagram. It's going to show you where everything is. Basically, what it's going to do is it's going to tell you what you got in the box. You've got the thermal imaging camera. You've got a carrying case, which we're going to see. It's very, very nice. It comes with a 32 gig memory stick, little tiny SD card. You don't have to buy one. It is included. It's fantastic. The user's manual, a wristband. It does have a USB cable and an adapter to charge. And this thing comes with a visible lens on the front that will take a picture of anything in visible light, as well as tell you the temperature of it. So you don't even have to bring the heat map up on this thing in order to see what the temperature of the item is that it is you're looking at. You can do it all in visible light. You can bring the heat map up if you want. So they do have the infrared lens, which again lets you blend them. And I'll show you an example of all this. It's very amazing. Then you've got the laser, which you can point at anything, and whatever it is you're pointing at, where you see that red dot, that's where it's getting the temperature from. And it does have a lamp so that you can use this in the dark. Let's say that you've got a fuse box that went out and you're in the dark and you want to see what's going on inside your fuse box. If there's a hot circuit or something, it will let you do that because you actually have a lamp to assist you with visible light. It does have a tripod mount. Now, I did not see a tripod in the case, and it does not say that one comes with it. So if you have a tripod and you want to put it on the tripod mount, you can. What else do we have here? We have a Type-C and a TF port. The TF is for the card. The Type-C USB port is for the charging. And then we have standard buttons on the front of it. We'll get to that. Now, that's not what I consider the most important thing here. What I like about this thing is, I'm going to try to find it, and I'm going to tell you. Well, okay, so you have different palettes that you can look at. You can look at your infrared heat map in something called Iron Red, White Hot, Rainbow, Arctic, Hot Iron, and Rainbow 2. Let's have a look at those. So you can set the device to show you the heat map in any one of these color configurations. Hey, whatever you like. I mean, it makes you feel good to look at it in a rainbow. Look at it in a rainbow. You want to look at it in a hot iron or white hot? Yeah, it's your choice. Fantastic. And there might be use cases for that I'm not even aware of that an engineer would say, oh, well, you use white hot, of course, when you're dealing with X. And you use the hot iron when you're dealing with Y. And the rainbow when you're dealing with Z. I don't know, but you might know. I'm going to use it to look at B's. So let me tell you something else. There is a feature on this thing that it's going to make half of the audience love, and me, it disappoints me. I mean, the feature is fantastic. The problem is that I can't use it. This does come with a PC interface that will work on a Windows computer to allow you to analyze the pictures that you have taken with this camera. I cannot do that because I use a Mac. I'm not a PC guy anymore. I was a PC guy for years, but yeah, you know what they say, you go Mac, you don't go back. My Mac has been up and running forever. It never crashes. This is not a Macintosh commercial. We're not talking about PC versus Mac. Keep that at your own house. All I'm going to tell you is that I can't use that feature because I have a Mac. If you have a Windows PC, you can do this. I'm going to ask Kaiweets to make a Mac version of that because I would love to be able to analyze some of the pictures of my beehives with the analysis software that comes from the PC. Now, if you do have a PC, it does come with a QR code. Just scan that and you'll get the software, and there you go. One thing that I like about this a lot, is it shows the emissivity of the object that you're looking to based on its material. So that is, it's going to allow you to calibrate the device based on what you're looking through. If you want to see what the heat of an item is and it's wood, a beehive, you would set the emissivity to 85.85. If you are going to be looking at, water, you set the emissivity to 0.96. This lets you get a very, very calibrated look at exactly what it is that you are looking at the temperature of, because it tells the machine, my suspicion is, how to interpret the heat map based on that setting that you put in there. The good news is that they give you an entire table that you can use to set this. We've got wood, water, brick, stainless steel, adhesive tape, aluminum plate, copper plate, dark aluminum, human skin, asphalt, PVC material, etc., etc., etc. And then they also have troubleshooting. So there's a lot of good information in this book. Make sure you go through the user's manual and keep up with it. I would just put it back in the black envelope and put it back in the box. You can put it in the bottom of the box beneath the actual device after you've opened the package. Now let's have a look at the case that this thing comes in. Back to our magnet opening box. All right, there it is. The Kaiweets. There's the case. I mean, and it's a hard shell case. You can drop this. It's ruggedized. Nothing bad is going to happen to your device inside this thing, and I suspect that's why they did it. Again, packaging is everything. Let's have a look. Here we are. Are you ready for this? You've seen these before. You've seen them. But this is, again, this is next level stuff. There you go. Look at that. All right. So this thing, we're going to go ahead and turn it on. Kaiweets. There it is. There it is, right there. Oh, you're looking right at me. All right, so that's it. Now, what I want to show you is a few things here. I'm not going to shoot a laser in your eye, but there is a laser that shoots out right there. This is the lamp. I'm not going to shoot that in your eye either. But though that's a laser and a lamp, that allows you to identify what it is that you are shooting the beam on. And then you've got the IR camera, and then you've got the... and I may have these backwards. This could be the IR, that could be the IR, and then one is a visual light camera, just like your phone would be. But it can actually blend the image together. On the top, that is where your USB-C and your memory stick go. That's for charging, etc. And then we have standard buttons on the front for the menu. You got menu items. You've got an OK switch and a power switch, and then you've got a toggle up and down to allow you to go through your gallery. And I'm going to show you some pictures that I'd taken with this. Again, fantastic. So what else does this come with? This comes with a USB block. All right, plug that right into the wall. Plug your USB cable right into there. And there is your charging cable. Comes with everything you need to keep this thing going. And there you go. Charged and ready to go. I mean, I've already charged it, but But there you go, and there you have it. Everything you need is right here. And this thing allows you, again, to blend IR and visual light, which gives you a very high definition picture. I actually have some congratulation Mylar balloons up on the ceiling in my dining room that I took a picture of with this, and you can actually read the balloons while the infrared is on. And let me tell you, my ceiling's 15 feet high. I mean, it sits up there. I've got a high ceiling in my dining room, and these balloons are up the top, and I, set it up, looked at it. You can read the balloons. The resolution is that good. The same thing with the beehives or the chicken coops, or the whatever it is you're looking at. This thing does a great job. Now I can tell you this. I will go through the menu here and show you exactly what it can do. Let's turn it on first. Let you have a look. You give it a long press on the power button, and it's going to turn on. You're probably going to see my smiling face in it when it does. Is it on? Oh, it's on. All right, let's have a look at some of the features on the menu. So here we are. We're going to bring up the menu. Let's turn the menu off. That's what you would see there. That is a nice high-def look, but we're going to show you some other things. There's the menu. You can use these up and down buttons right here. Let me just get my hands out further. You can use the up and down buttons to scroll through it. This is the gallery, which will allow you to see pictures that you've already taken. Do you want to review them? Sure, and I'll show you some of the things that I had taken earlier. We'll get to that. I'll put them on the screen so you don't have to look at them right here. Let's go back to the menu, and we're going to go back, and we're back at the menu. So now you can look at the temperature range. That's set to auto right now. The emissivity, now this is what I told you. You can actually set this to look at wood. Right now it's at 95, so it's looking at water, but you can actually come through the menu. You can come down here and say, you know what? I'm going to be looking at wood. I think the wood was, what, 89? There you go. So now we're ready to look at beehives. Hit OK. And OK our way out of there. Done. You can change your palette. Now, this is what I was telling you about the heat map. So there you can use that palette. Well, you can use that palette. That palette. That palette, that palette, that palette, that palette. It's fantastic. So there, we're going to put it back on its standard, which, oh, well, I just passed it. I think the standard is right there. That's the iron. And then we can come down here to center point. That's what lets you use the laser, which is fine. And the temperature unit, what do you want it to be? You want it to be Fahrenheit, Celsius? Okay, now your ROI measure. Not sure what that is. Oh, you know what I think that is? Yes, I do. Let's go into there. Well, maybe. We're going to try to get into there. It's not letting me get into there. Oh. I'm not sure. Well, I'm going to have to look that up and find out what that feature is. We've got an alarm. Distance. So the distance is neat. So that's 1.6 yards. That says basically I can stand about 5 feet away from this. Now you can set that up to meters, but that is the distance that you want to be from the camera or from the object that it is that you're taking an infrared picture of. So I had it set for 1.6 yard, which gives me about 5 feet to stand back from the beehives to look at them. But you can set it for whatever you need, and you can set your distance unit for yard or meter, etc., etc. Auto shut off is off. You should leave that on so that you don't burn up your battery. Let's turn that to 10 minutes out of suffice. There you go. All right. So now we can actually look at that box. That box is 72.3 degrees. Right there, we're putting a laser on it. You can see the laser show up on the box. All right. And where that laser is, we're looking at 72.5 degrees now. When I let go, it's going to ask me if I want to save. Click OK. I just saved that image. So there you go. Let's go all the way to the top. We're going to go back to the gallery. I'll go ahead and hit OK, review. So some of the pictures that I've taken, I've got one nice picture that I took of my living room wall, and you can actually see what is on the TV while I was taking the picture. It is fantastic, very high definition. Now you can set the amount of visual light camera as compared to the IR camera and really tweak that image to give you just what you want. You can also do picture-in-picture with this, and I'll show you some images where I've actually done that. But we've got a nice picture of my hallway behind my bar there, and there's the Mylar balloon. You can have a look at that. You can actually read on there. think it's congratulations or something. I've got a dot in the middle of the camera here, but okay, I was looking at light switches, but that one, I could have a fire. I mean, that right that's probably got a problem. It's 109 degrees on the wall. Now that is the light switch that is running that chandelier that I just showed you the first picture, and yeah, that's not good. So I'm going to be getting a new light switch there and shutting that one off and keeping it off. Had I not been testing this camera, I could have burned my house down. That would not be good. It'd make for a hell of a video, but it would not be good. So I want to thank Kaiweets and their camera for pointing this out to me. This is fantastic. Look at that. It is hot. 122.7 degrees. Not good. And I'm focused right there on that hot spot at the top of the switch for that temperature reading, right where the screw would be. So yeah, I've got some work to do around the house. Don't show this video to my wife. We don't want her to feel scared. I'll shut off that breaker. Everything will be fine. We'll get it fixed. It'll be fixed before this video comes out, I promise you. Now, this is a 256 by 192 resolution on this screen. The screen does look a lot nicer than what you're seeing there, because I actually do have a little piece of plastic that I've not torn off yet. I like to keep that on there to protect the screen. But overall, this is fantastic. It is lightweight, high resolution. The laser is fantastic because I know exactly where I'm getting my temperature reading from, which is something that the last thermal camera that I showed you, the all-in-one, did not do. Actually, the one that actually plugged up to the iPhone, it didn't do that either. This one does, so I know exactly where I'm getting that reading, and I can put the laser right on the hot spot on the hive. So there you go, and there you have it. If you are interested in this device, this is the KTI-W02. The link will be down below. I will put a QR code on the screen, and if I have a code where you can save money, I'll put that on the screen and down below as well. I'm not sure whether or not I was provided with one, but I can tell you, compared to the last one that I showed you, and I'm not going to say who that was, this one is very competitive on the price. I mean, this one costs less, and it's twice the features. So I would give it a look. Give it a look-see, have a look, see if you like it. If you do, you can't go wrong. Like I said, I've been playing with this thing for a couple of days, and the things that you can see, it's fantastic, and it saved my entire house. So there you go. I'm going to go replace that outlet probably tomorrow after I run to Ace Hardware. The KTI-W02 Thermal Infrared Imaging Camera. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and found this useful. If you did, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. If you have something to say, by all means, please comment. If you have not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, take a moment, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to be notified of my new content. I do try to drop a video every Friday. We try to keep it light and have fun. So with all that said, be happy. And I will see you next week. Take care.